Just check your mic.
Oh, Scooby-Doo. Testicles 4-5.
Mud Butt City.
Testicles in 4-5. Let me tweak your life. We on and popping and on. Let me get you niggas inside the oven. It's toasty in here, cuz. Welcome. And I repeat, to the just us bake channel. Nigga, I am the nigga with the semi-partially dusty cap. Young Pastry, Y-U-N-G, Pastry. And you little big niggas are now watching and listening to Watermelon. See that? Cue the watermelon versus the pumpkin, my niggas.
Cue it.
Cue it. Watermelon versus pumpkin, nigga. You are listening and watching. And this is episode 68. 6-8. Rolling in my 6-8. No, it doesn't work that way. So we alive, niggas. And you niggas is alive too, man. And we dove in. And now you niggas is in this cesspool with us.
Alive and here to thrive.
Thrive on these niggas.
And then you're asking yourself, is it 4? Is it 5 weeks in a row that he's wearing the same coat? I don't know, but all I know is that I'm going to keep going with this blue ensemble. God. Woof. You know what I mean?
It's like metallic blue mixed with like a midnight blue. It's like moon blue.
A little bit North Carolina blue striped with the dark Duke, if you will.
God, the Dookie, and they're all from North Carolina. It makes sense to me.
Barsupio, but you're asking yourself, oh my God, who is the white guy? And listen, I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS on everything. Spell it correctly.
Right.
And welcome to the, like you said, man, I like that. Instead, we was in the, I don't know what, but now we in the oven. You know what I'm saying? There's baking themes here, guys.
Right, there's baking themes. We might have been on a stovetop at one point. There was the bakery. Now we inside the oven, nigga. This is where we cook.
Cook it up, man. And yes, welcome to the Watermelon vs. Pumpkin podcast. Watermelon vs. Pumpkin, watermelonversuspumpkin.com. GBIclothing.com is where you can support us if you choose to, man. Grab some merchandise, grab a hat, grab a shirt, grab a sweater, grab a sock.
Illuminati.
But you know what? If you are going to purchase socks, you're probably going to get 2. So I said sock, but you're going to probably
need they come as a pair.
You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, you might have lost a limb. And then, respect to all our veterans out there.
All respect. You know what? Take the second sock, poke holes in it. Now you got a mitten, nigga. Listen, it's real out here. We give gloves, too. It ain't supposed to be gloves, nigga. I just can't help it.
So gbiclothing.com. Use code Watermelon to get 10% off. Please check out all our other deals that we have, man. If you click down on the YouTube page, basically in the description of any episode, we have some other deals going on there as well. So that's the best way that you can support us if you choose to. And just listening every week is a beautiful thing as well. Also, if you want to, hit up this hotline that we got going on, man. 203-594-6977. Call or text and let us know what the fuck is on your mind. Let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know, oh my God, how do a black guy and a white guy coexist in 2019?
What is it? What does it mean? How do they do it? What happens? How does it go? Where do they go right? Where do they go wrong? I don't know. Is it just music that brings them is it just music? I don't know. Is that what it is? Maybe we both
Is it a culture?
Right. It's just pineapples. You like pineapples? I like pineapples, nigga. It's a thing. I don't, it's just avenues and windows that drop and close.
You know what it is. Life. It's a metaphor, dog. It's a metaphor.
68 ways of life. What? Episode 68. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's been a journey, and we are on this journey. And if you're watching us on YouTube, as you see, like we said, man, we are in the oven. We are in a new spot for the moment because, like I said, people move. Things change. Dreams can come true. Drop a fucking dookie. Yes, you know I got the poop. I said, you know I got to have it. I'm not sure what that means. But listen, I got to admit, man, I'm tired as fuck. I'm loopy as fuck. I'm sore as fuck because I've been doing the whitest shit possible, man. 2 days in a row of going to wrestling. Sports entertainment. Sports entertainment.
He doesn't know it's fake. He doesn't know.
Man, let me tell you, I went to WrestleMania on Sunday. On Sunday, if you will. If you're a volunteer firefighter or a volunteer EMT, you say Sunday. So on Sunday, or for the rest of America, Sunday, me and my buddies, man, we packed up in the car, headed down to MetLife Stadium, Jersey.
We do Jersey.
How they end every single battle rap ever, because sometimes it's not cool to just yell time. You just want Jersey.
Well, now it's become you just yell Jersey when you fuck up and you can't finish no more. And then I said, Jersey.
You know what it is, Jersey.
You know what it is. I ain't got to say
so, yeah, me, my buddy Cheddar, my buddy Trent, man, we hopped in the car. I had the thing where I had the 24-hour bug, which was dope. Like, you know, went to sleep feeling good. Woke up 2 hours later with that mud butt. Come on, everybody to the mud butt. Come on.
All aboard.
Took probably a good, if the kids are listening, cover their ears real quick. Probably took a good 8 shits before I left for Mania that day, which was nice. Like, it's a different experience to be. And like when we met up at the commuter parking lot, I just asked my boy Chet. I was like, "Yo, we're using my car, but please drive." And it's a different experience to be in the back seat of your own car while somebody else is driving it.
Oof, how does that go? Nigga, left, right.
No, he's a fine driver, and the reason why I asked him to drive is because he works on cars all the time. So I know he's always in different people's cars having to drive them and shit.
Yep,
so,
he's very savvy behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And then if shit starts chugging, he might even pull over and give you a tune-up.
Yeah, true. But it's just a brain fuck to be in the backseat of your own car. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that's.
I had to take that.
I did it once where I think I let my lady drive and my mother was with me, so I was like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna let mom
You
in the
guys,
back.
yep.
I'm in the back like this is weird, nigga. Like, look how dirty it is back here.
It's a different experience, man.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
weird.
had that like almost vomit, but didn't like it. Man, it was that like old school sick where you're like, am I gonna throw up because I'm sick right now?
Is this going
It was
down?
yeah, man. But you know, tried to get some vitamin C in me, got some fluids in me, and yeah, man, we made it down there in a breeze. It was a beautiful thing. So we get down. So this is Jet Stadium now that WrestleMania is at.
New York teams that play in Jersey.
Well,
Proceed.
it's funny because even the WWE, like their whole promotion of it the whole time is in the shadows of New York. They would not say New Jersey. They would not fucking say New Jersey.
It's like, where am I? I told you read the GPS wrong. Are we at the right place?
In the shadows of New York. And it was funny too
Oh, my
because then
God.
they're doing you know, different promo packages and things like that. But, you know, so they'll put like the faces on the side of skyscrapers, and it's like, yeah, but that's not where we at, boo.
Not a thing.
Yeah, it's funny too. And then they'll show aerial shots of the fucking city, and that's not where we at, boo.
They would say, did you say areolas? You sure?
But man, it was a beautiful long ass day of wrestling. So we got there at like 4, went inside at 5 p.m.
Nice.
and
When did the whole thing kick off?
like 5:20.
Oh,
was
okay.
the,
Just right there on the button.
Yeah, the first match, because they do a 2-hour pre-show which has matches on it, and then at 7 the you know, quote main card starts.
Right.
But,
Oh, okay.
man,
So they give you a good amount. You can get fixed in there.
bro, we were there from 5 to 12:30. It was a day.
Damn.
But what was cool is that they let you bring in a bag. They let you bring in a bag.
Bars. I'm about to say. Damn.
12 by 12 by 6, and you could bring in 2 20-ounce drinks, which is this right here. You know, we ain't trying to do that promo, but this is a 20-ounce drink, so I brought in 2 of those. I brought in some beef jerky. I brought in a couple of Quest bars, and I brought in a few oranges, which now that I look back at it, I was surprised that they let me bring in the oranges because I'm an adult. I'm not going to do it, but you go whip a fucking orange
I know.
pretty goddamn far.
Shit, damn.
And we were about, I would say, now listen, in the grand scheme of a football stadium, we were about 200 feet away from the ring, so we were pretty close. But
Nice.
still, I might have been able to hit the ring. I don't know. Maybe I had a couple warm-ups, you know what I'm saying? I might have been able to
stretch
bomb
that bitch
shit,
out real quick.
you know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
pull my shit. I'm gonna pop it like Mel Gibson and fucking leak the weapon, nigga.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember you did say you used to do the shot put on the nigga.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Back in the day.
Cradle that bitch around the neck piece, nigga.
Tuck it.
Tuck and toss, nigga.
Yeah, man. But
That's
let me
great.
tell you something. The fucking pyro.
I can imagine,
Because
man.
we were like on the side of the stage. Like we were on a stage, on the side of the stage, and then like there was one section over from us, and then there was like the behind area where no one could sit because you couldn't see because you'd be literally behind the stage. And where they set off all the pyro is from behind the stage and on the stage. So we were next to it, like literally to fast forward. The next day I woke up sore because of like there's such a difference between like seeing fireworks, you know, a couple 100 feet away and them going off next to you and
Right.
you're not expecting them. So every time they boom go off, your whole body jumps
Right.
and like literally every muscle contracts. So dude, I woke up the next day like I ran a fucking marathon. It was
Goddamn, I'm
crazy
sore.
because it's like, you know, it's louder than fucking
Right.
gunshot. Like when a gunshot goes off, what do? This.
Right.
And dude, oh my God, all fucking night of just
Damn. And then you said this couple hours of fucking just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
And you're never ready for any of them.
Did you get a deal on those seats? Is that why? Did we get a deal? Maybe because them niggas knew the Pyros were going to be here, motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, it was cool, man. We that was my second Mania that I've been to. The first one was in Orlando. Next year's in Tampa Bay, Florida, so I'm going to that too.
Hey, listen, and these motherfuckers understand. This is like when you're into something, like you're a big sports fan. Yeah, you know, nigga, you don't go to NBA championships, nigga. This is real shit.
Exactly.
Like this is the championship of this shit, nigga. You understand?
No, it was cool. Like,
I mean, how many years now?
That was WrestleMania 35 was last night.
35 fucking years.
Yeah, man.
Nigga was a little nigga.
Mm-hmm. I was one when it started.
Right. I'm like 3 years old. Like, nigga, I'm a little nigga.
Yeah.
What am I doing right now?
So it starts off with Alexa Bliss, beautiful woman. She's hosting WrestleMania, and she comes out and she's like, "Welcome to WrestleMania, all that, man. I'm nice with it. I can make a WrestleMania moment happen when I snap my fingers." Snaps her fingers. Bump, 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 ba-na-na-na. When it comes crashing down, Hulk Hogan comes out, motherfucker.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, I'm telling you,
shit.
That's how you...
I was going to remember his theme song. What theme song is that? Well, I know this one.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Bro, Hulk Hogan comes out, brothers it up. We couldn't fucking believe it, man. We were just like... that was the last thing I expected.
They
I'm
pulled
telling you.
I mean, did they give the holy shit is Hogan's face when they panned to the crowd? I'm sure niggas like, what? Is that her?
Everyone was just like, what the fuck just happened?
And it wasn't as big as an impression, I'm sure, to anybody under 30.
Yeah. Like, they know who he is, but
they didn't
you know.
the shit. Hogan was that nigga, man.
But, you know, I'm telling you, like, because like, he wasn't advertised. Nothing. That was one of those, you know, WrestleMania surprises. But so he comes up, he does his whole like, yo, welcome to WrestleMania, all that other stuff. So now he's doing his speech. Paul Heyman beelines past him to the ring. Paul Heyman is the advocate for Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Paul Heyman beelines to the ring and he goes, since this year the women are headlining WrestleMania. So Paul Heyman gets in the ring, he goes, if we're not headlining, we're doing our business and we're getting the fuck out of here. So they start WrestleMania with the fucking Brock Lesnar match. You want to talk about starting off hot?
Wow.
You want to talk about starting off hot, dog?
Shit, damn.
So
Brock don't go first, nigga.
Yeah. Because we're like, you know, usually you do some, you build up, do it. And Brock was like, if I'm not going on last, I'm starting this bitch off. So immediately we get to see Brock Lesnar fight.
That's dope. For the nigga that thought he was going to use the bathroom real quick, nigga, you missing out.
Brock Lesnar is a fucking monster, as I'm sure everybody knows.
Right. 6'3", 6'4",
just
jacked.
Dude, he's like a human fucking
280
lunchbox.
jacked.
Yeah.
Just a monster.
So he fights Seth Rollins, but he ends up losing, and because I think he's going back to UFC, man. Because even like Paul Heyman said in his promo, he's like, we're doing this match and we're getting on a jet to a ultimate opportunity where they appreciate us. And it's like, yeah, you're going
lines on niggas, yeah.
UFC on them.
Ultimate. Ain't that right, my girlfriend?
So it's gonna be serious, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Brock back in the UFC. I think he's gonna fight Daniel Cormier in August.
Okay.
So
Brock don't fuck around.
No,
Just
man.
Come in and go right for it. Might as well. He got his brain cells because he might bring them all out.
Exactly. And it's weird because like he's getting older. He's in his 40s now, right?
Is he?
I think.
Holy
man.
shit.
He's either like
still ready though, huh?
Dude, Brock is fucking.
It's a fucking machine.
He's in shape. But it's crazy too because even like when you watch, you know, we all know everything is planned out and shit like that. But it gets a little bit weird when Brock's in there to where you're like,
you don't know if that was like
fucking murder this guy right now.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure motherfuckers. Definitely, if they took like a census, a survey of fucking wrestlers that I was like, who is like leaves you the most sore when you're done fucking you know sparring with them, they go, yeah, it's definitely gotta be Brock.
Because it's one of those like when you see, you know, say a wrestler get thrown like over a table on the outside. Usually it looks like, they're working together. When,
right.
when
Like
Brock does it, it looks like, hey, I'm doing this to you, and that's it, you know?
No, this is a real toss.
Yeah. Like you could tell, like when he threw Seth Rollins over the Spanish announce table into the Spanish announcers, you were like, those aren't guys that usually get hit by another person. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Spanish announce guys are like some like 60-year-old fucking dudes just announcing the show. They're not ready for fucking Seth Rollins to be thrown on them. You know?
Right.
So where you're like,
this nigga, you want to catch coals, you want to catch bodies. I catch bodies, nigga.
You always get that little like, I don't know if that was planned. You know,
Right.
when it's Brock. You know, it's Yeah, Brock's a
Who
fucking
he
monster.
wrestle?
He wrestled Seth Rollins, who's
Rollins, you said, okay.
He was in a group with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose called
Gotcha.
The Shield.
Is he a dope wrestler though?
Yeah, man, he's real good.
Got some moves on niggas.
Yeah, he's good. So he won, and like I said, man, I think Brock's going back to UFC, which is going to be.
Oh, the other cat won?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Because
So
Brock,
that's why they're gonna bounce him
Brock
back.
had the belt for fucking ever, and you know Brock's a part-time wrestler. He would come in once every 3 months. So it's kind of like, you know, the guy that got the belt. Because Brock don't even need the belt, man. Like I'll watch Brock wrestle no matter what the fuck he's doing. I'll watch him fight, no matter what he's doing. You know, so
he just comes and spreads his graces and get the fuck out of there.
exactly.
Who is this nigga that does that with the battle rap? Gets the big bag. That one against, Murder Mook.
Yeah.
That's a Murder Mook movie. I'm not really all here, but I come out and just try to slaughter shit and leave. How about that?
I don't. Yeah, man, it'll be interesting. I want to see who he battles next because he got beat very bad.
That was definitely a goose.
Yeah.
And I would have lost money because I remember jawing with motherfuckers, you know, like,
But
nah.
in our defense and his, that's the worst I've ever seen Murder Mook perform.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those where you're
Down
just
to
like,
the t-shirt sweat.
what's happening? Yeah. Down to like, he's never been physical with the other guy, and he was all like pushing him, and it was just.
Mook, you almost like you felt like he had some. Did you know he was going to have some shit for you? Because you just off your pivot and throwing hands up.
Yeah. The
Every
talking
time.
during his rounds.
Right,
And,
and all this thing. It's like, yo, cut it out. I know you've been out there game for a little bit.
yeah.
But them Molly popping before battling is not the way. She's not the way.
Well, him and then the Math Hoffa versus Loaded. Hollow Don.
Yeah.
That was the same shit where you're just like, Hollow, where are you? Because you're not right here right now.
Right.
Like, what the fuck's
You
going
almost
on?
feel like, is this some shit like, is this some old school fixes and shit? Are we doing that now with battle rap that we got to fix shit? Is that what we're doing? Like, come on, man. Yo, don't leave your pen at home.
But I'm telling you, one that's coming up, man, real soon. Goods versus Cassidy, dude. I want to see that, man. I'm looking
Cassie's
forward to
one
see
they
that.
like to pull in because he's not even with that battle world, but they pull him in because, you know, he got the battle type bars.
Yeah. Well, and he hurt Freeway.
Really
bad. He hurt Freeway really bad.
Yeah.
You never heard that one?
Man,
it's
no,
them.
I don't know if I heard. He went at Free or that whole movement of them cats.
It was in the
Beat.
fucking studio because that was when he was with Swiss Beats, and Swiss Beats brought him to the studio, brought him to Jay-Z's studio, and he was like, "Yo, this is my man. Whoever wants it." Because I guess he went there to battle Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was like, "Nah, man, you can't battle me. You got to go through my
We gotta go through my underlings.
And
nigga.
If you've ever heard the complaint or making fun of somebody where somebody says turn a beat on, that's from that, because Cassidy went in and that's what he does, man. His battle rap style. And I guess Freeway is the one that stepped up or was the one that was told to do it. And
Back him down, no.
Freeway is not the battle rapper, and even he doesn't rap like that in that structure or anything. And so the whole time Freeway was talking about, yo, no, just turn a beat on, do it over a beat. And Cassidy was like, no,
we're not
I'm
doing
just
beats.
murking
I'm
you.
right. Yeah, he's better with beats, but he should have used like a Beans or something. Like Beans would have been a more of a scrap, you know. I used to love Beans, man. I used to run around screaming scrap and shit.
It was it was one of those battles that was just like, oh, this is really bad. Like this is you're getting hurt, and why are you keep going? Like just be like, hey man, you won. Let's stop. You know?
You good? We're gonna call it a court. We're gonna call it a court. All right, we're good. You go your way, I go mine, nigga. Nobody has to get hurt.
But yeah, it's one of those so Goods is coming back, or excuse me, so Cassidy is coming back to Battle Goods, and I'm looking forward to it because I want to see somebody that can come back and do it, because also Cassidy, he beat up on Disaster, man.
Yeah, that was, and Disaster was, and he's supposed to be in his element. You gotta remember, like, Cass is, he doing other shit. He's not in the battle rap scene, as he's not like that, where these guys are like sparring constantly. They just pull him in because the bag is right. They're like, hey, listen, we're gonna throw you 20, 25, man. Come on in here.
Exactly.
All right. Cassie know damn well he ain't coming in there for like no 5-8 grand like some of them cats,
Hell
man.
no.
You know what I mean? It's like, you want me? Shit, if Murder Mook getting 20, you gotta pay 20 for him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
that'll be a good one coming up, because did you see because it can go either way. It can either go, it's not, who else is looking to get into it, man? Lupe Fiasco.
Really? Never heard his bars as far as battle rap.
Like 16 bars through Instagram at one of these battle rappers, and people were like, yo, do it. And he was talking, yo, Smack, set it up. It's one of those, like, you can tell he's not pursuing it as in, like, oh my God, make this happen. But he was doing the whole, like, yo, Smack, set it up. Let's do it, you know?
He's like, he's trying to launch himself back into the light because,
Yeah.
you know, he pushed his way out.
Because he has a song called Kick Push, so he made the Google it.
Google it.
What they used to say, do your Googles, do
See
your
that?
Googles.
Watermelon versus pumpkin. We give you complete definitions of all things.
We'll let you know.
Let you niggas know.
We'll let you know
all kinds
that
of
far.
things.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but then there's some unfortunate ones where Jay Mills came back and
Yeah. Even when he was in his I don't know. Jay Mills never hit for me like that. You know what I mean? Like, he had some things. I think he was a good mixtape rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he had good shit out, good bars for mixtapes.
Jay Mills had the type of battles where it was where your battle raps could be for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where like you ran
Yeah,
around with
yeah.
10 verses in your head.
Right.
Yo, who wants it?
Who
And
wants
you would
it?
spit those verses at those
Right.
people. Like, I don't think he was good at
With the Rex
Taylor
and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like dude, when he came back versus K-Shine, well, first off, K-Shine is on fire right now.
Right.
But then, like, when you come back with, he didn't say this, but he was saying rhymes like this because Ines had said this. He was coming back with, like, I'm crazier than crazy glue type bars where you're just like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Crazier than crazy glue.
Yeah, we're like,
Elmer's.
that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to work. And too many sports references. Like,
Right,
to
he uses
where
a lot. I know
so many.
Yeah, I know like what you call it. A lot of them cats use sports references, but he kills it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I said. Like, peppering them in is good.
Right.
And also, talk about the player that people know. I don't understand why I'm not over here dropping knowledge about it, but, like, that's the thing with a lot of battle
Right.
rappers.
European pass. Magmanovic. Who?
Yeah. Euro step. Nabla. Like, it's not,
Who the fuck?
like,
God.
it's not a good thing to just be like, I went over y'all head. Yeah, so that's your fault.
Right.
Because talk to
You want people to catch what you're saying.
Exactly.
And yet feel like an overhead movement. Like, if I wasn't awake, I wouldn't have caught that, but I did. You
It's
know?
funny to watch the deflection of embarrassment when
It's always that nigga's fault.
they rap something that it was gonna be that they thought was gonna hit hard, and then they either go, man, y'all get that later, or they
Right.
either go, y'all need to wake up.
Yo, the wake up line is crazy killed to that shit. Yo, they need to wake up. Or then they
Yep.
start tapping their boys so they can say, yo, y'all need to wake the fuck up. Yo, they ain't ready. They get it later.
But in the Jay Mills battle, this is one of the first times I've ever seen where he was just like, man, y'all sleep. And then people in the front row were like, no, it was just whack. Like they were like, no, we got it.
Right. And it's nothing worse than, because Mills, that's what it is that bothered me with him too. He does a lot of that shit where it's like, he's like, they gonna get it later, and it's like the bar wasn't that tricky.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
It's like there's tricky bars, and then there was that, and it was just it wasn't tricky.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
just didn't find it amusing. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? It was
It's
kinda
like, no, we got it. We completely got it.
Yeah, we got it, pal.
It just wasn't what you think it was
Right.
when you rapped it to your best friend that couldn't tell you no.
right. It's like not gonna happen, man.
Right?
Oh God. So,
Yeah, that was I'd be surprised if he comes back. I'd like him to come back because I guess overseas and in different cultures, like the famous, like say like the famous the famous rappers in Russia, like they'll do that. They'll go and fucking battle as like,
Right.
just part of
Part of their spar.
part of
instead
doing it. It's not looked at like, oh my God, like if Meek Mill battled fucking Kendrick Lamar and whoever won, in America, we can't take shit. So it would be for the rest of his life, yo, Meek Mill lost that battle. and it's
Yo, he
fucking-
nice though, but he got body though. When I mean,
Exactly.
he got a big body. And the one who gets away with that right now, as we've been seeing in the last couple of years, is Drake, because niggas go for his head, and we all
Driz
know,
Nathaniel.
and we all know the motherfucker from the clips, Pusha T,
Pusha.
bodied him. but it
Yeah.
means nothing. As Drake would show you, like you say, he dropped Kiki right after, niggas forgot.
Well, that's the thing too, is because the attention span of America right now is a good old zip. Hey guys, where's Bill Cosby? Huh?
Right. Like,
anyone give a shit about Bill Cosby?
I know.
Anymore?
And then the motherfucker who brought up that Kevin Hart fucking tweet was just a lonely soul.
Yep.
Like, because niggas don't be remember that shit.
Dude, people
Wasn't
go.
nobody gonna be in the audience at the Oscars like,
No.
why is he here? Remember back in 2006?
Yep. Well, and honestly, Kevin Hart was on Joe Rogan's podcast this week, and I got through like half of it so far, and he was talking about, he's like, there's nothing to do anymore because what do they want, right? They want an apology, but then you apologize and nothing's okay still.
Right.
It's like you apologize and it's still fuck you.
Right,
So what are we doing now? Okay, like, so it's just you do one thing wrong that you don't do anymore, and it's not that big of a
wasn't
fucking deal.
malicious.
He was, and
Right,
yo,
he's trying to
wasn't-
save his brand too, because you know you
Yeah.
gotta understand when people start putting tags on you like that. He's got clothes, he's got sneakers, you know, he's got all kinds of shit, man.
Dude, he broke down all the stuff that he has. Kevin Hart is in the vein of the Nipsey Hussle type thing, where you don't understand how much stuff he's doing. Where he was talking about real estate, he's trying to fuck up check cashing places, where like he's going into schools and teaching these kids about banks and about bank accounts and how they work. And
Right.
like he's I think he was partnered with Wells Fargo, I think it was, but he's trying to really change lives, man.
Right,
And
it's changing the narrative, man. You gotta go to certain neighborhoods, man, and that's why I always think it's good with, you know, powerful people that got money and you come from some of these neighborhoods, man. That you got to go back and help at some. I mean, in my eyes, you got to kind of help try to change the narrative. Tell them that, look, man, you ain't got to chase them sneakers. Yeah, we like sneakers, we like good shit, but if you focus and get other things accomplished first, then you'll get them sneakers. You know, like me, I was like, I'm not a big sneakerhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of the time it's because I don't have the money for the shit. You know what I mean? I like nice shit, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm very simple sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like, give me that. That's good. That'll work. But had you threw money in my face, I can't say that. You know what I mean? You put money in my lap, I'm probably gonna buy sneakers I've never thought about buying before.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's like me, you know, finding a penny on the ground or something. It's not really a big thing.
But you wouldn't buy sneakers instead of paying rent, which is what
Right.
some people do, and that's I think the mentality that he's trying to get people
Change
out
that
of.
narrative of prioritizing.
Yeah, dude, because I'm telling you, man, finishline.com, click that clearance button. Come on, man.
That's my nigga, Clarence.
That's exactly. His real name's Clarence. Because they always have up the, you know, whatever was popular in the summer. You're not supposed to wear. Man, I don't give a shit about none of that stuff.
Right. This was out
You get
last
some
year.
fucking deals. Even the shoes that I wear for work, man, they're black Fila's. Like
Right.
they were $30.
You know what's crazy,
I got a
man?
nice pair of Adidas for $50. They're just, this shit is great.
Right. You know, and you know what's crazy? I've been watching a lot lately. The one on YouTube, Complex. You see them? They're sneaker shopping.
Yeah.
You know, I watch a lot of those with celebrities and a lot of people that, you know, like, oh, this guy's a sneakerhead, or you know. And when I see him watching going in all these stores, man, where they got all these sneakers like shrink wrapped around the wall. And they're real exclusives and shit you can't get anywhere. Right, you know. And you know, these guys always go in and they end up buying like, you know, 3-4 pairs of sneakers sometimes, maybe more. But nobody's out of there ringing out less than $2,000.
Yeah,
you
man.
know what I mean? It's like 3-4 grand. And like then they break down each sneaker and how much it costs. It's like, good God, yo, a pair of Yeezys like $700. It's insane. He has the ugliest shoe to me.
Yeah, those things don't. You know, the only ones that look good to me are just the all white ones, and I don't mean that in any pumpkin way. But those are because the ones where they have the designs on it, like it just looks like, I don't know, it's too busy. There's too much going on.
Much. I don't like. I mean, what I don't like about him, I'm not a big fan of the sneakers he has. To me, are meant for like the guys who wear skinny jeans and are just slim people. You know what I mean? Because they're very high and tight around the ankle, like the way it looks. And if you have a thicker ankle, it's not gonna look right. Those shoes look funny to me like that. You know.
Yep.
If you want those, you get like Huaraches or similar.
Yo, I had to return a pair of shoes that I got from Finish Line because you know this design now to where it's like the sock design in the fucking sneaker.
For like runners you're talking about?
No. It's just a normal fucking shoe, but like how it goes around, like it still has laces and shit like that. But then up near the top, like instead of you like pushing like the two parts apart, it's all connected in like a sock thing.
Right. Yeah, I see
Dude,
those.
and I couldn't get my boot in the shoe, man. It was just like one of those. Like
can I get a pair of scissors to snip on the sides?
Yeah, like I wear a size 11, and it's like, yeah, but I can't do this, and then
Right.
then get it in. It was
Say, hey, do me a favor. Can you break my fucking ankle so I get my shoe on?
for real.
Crack, slide. All right, pop it back in now.
Yeah, that shit.
Nah, but I was watching a lot of that, man. Just what people pay, man.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
couldn't imagine it.
Fucking one dude, a millionaire guy. I think he's actually a billionaire. This Indian guy. Man, what was his name? But he's American, but he's American Indian, but not native Indian, but from India. And his name is Prince Fred, and he's like a big mogul. I think on the internet or something.
Young Mogi
made a billions. I forgot what his main thing was. He made billions off of, man, but making a straight killing. But I mean, he went in there. You could just tell he just loves to spend his money. One of them guys, man, he's just throwing. He has like security with him, at all times. Billionaire, like these guys walking around jack. He goes, all right, he gonna get this. I want that. He goes, all right, my guys too. You guys get what you want. Get what you want. Get them 2 pairs apiece. You know what I mean? He fucking laced his whole crew. Fucking guys with their fucking big dudes with their earpieces.
Yeah.
I'll take the Jordan 11s, And he walked out of there $40,000, man, and just sneakers for guys. Man.
It's nothing.
It's just one of those things that. But what it's saying is when you get it and you got it that much, what Kevin Hart is doing is basically what we're saying is giving back, man, and doing a little more for the community, man, or for people that they just don't have the resources and info, man.
Yeah,
and all it is knowledge, man. And that's why that guy who was doing that real estate thing on Breakfast Club.
Yep.
And he was like, basically, he's I'm not doing nothing. He goes, I'm not doing anything that you can't do. He said, this shit is all knowledge, man. He goes, I'm trying to help you with the knowledge. Once you have the knowledge, you're gonna get it, man. He said in our neighborhood, people aren't educated to what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you show them what it is and show them this is the way you could do it, how do you get these stores in your own community? How do you get to own them? You know what I mean? Like, these are people that when you don't look into, don't think about it, and then you sit there and bitch about, why the fuck all the Indian guys, all these dudes from Africa own all these stores in our community. Because you're not looking into what it takes to get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get your own,
Dude, and that's another thing that I think Kevin Hart is trying to teach people stuff that the information is out there, but people don't look into it. They have to be taught, because even there is that sick rumor of, and I'm not talking about when you go to the bank, because I've never gone to the bank for a loan, but I'm talking about credit. And your credit is one of the most important things that you can have. And this is believe me, I haven't been doing this my whole life. I just started getting into it when I turned 30, but nobody is ever going to look at your color when you apply for credit or when you apply for a credit card.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it, because even
Scores.
I'm
It's
telling
all numbers,
you,
man.
exactly, it's all numbers and it's all math. I have a couple credit cards through Capital One. I've never spoken to any person from Capital One. Literally, you go online, you apply the thing. Even when I apply for a credit increase, it's literally done through a computer through Capital One. They look up how much you spend a month, how much you pay off a month, how much you make, and we'll give you this amount of increase. It never goes to a person. It's all through. So
numbers.
That's a thing that I think more people need to just learn about and take advantage of. And I like what Kevin Hart is doing, because the information's out there, but people might not be motivated to go and find that information. And I think because there is that rumor that's perpetuated so much about yeah, man, if you're black, you're not going to be able to get the credit. And it's like I said, I've never gone into the bank and sat down next to somebody for a business loan or something like that.
Right.
There could definitely be horrible shit that goes on in that. But
Right.
I'm talking about,
it could be the crooked eye shit, that we know can
Yeah.
happen behind closed doors. But as far as when it comes to numbers, they don't give a fuck. You black, white. Now, if you got money, you got numbers, you can get what you can get.
Yeah. If your credit is good, and because it's all about risk versus reward assessment. If they look at okay, your credit score is 7 something, they look on your credit score and you don't have any fucking outlandish loans that you haven't, because they can look at, okay, you have this loan and you've paid it off every single day for 4 years. You look like a good time to them. Hey, if we're going to give them
He's
money, they're
responsible.
going to pay it back.
Right,
So
yeah. We got one.
and that has nothing to do with color, anything, man. It's
Right.
just about like you said, numbers. It's all math.
Life is just one big fucking game of numbers. Get it right, people.
Bars. I don't know if we're gonna name this episode that, but I mean, I think we're on the way to.
We're leading.
Right? Gonna come. The right quote is gonna come.
It's leading into the path of waters for horses, nigga.
True.
This is waters for horses. This is all we fucking do around here.
Hell yeah.
But now that's cool. So he's doing that shit. We're going. I didn't know that goes to schools and it teaches them about bank accounts and how
because
to
he was even
manage money.
saying on the Joe Rogan podcast, he was explaining where he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I partnered with them with Wells Fargo Bank, and then he's like, but I want to be the go and speak to these people because Kevin Hart really did come from really dire situations. Like he was, lived on the third floor of a 3-family house in Philadelphia with no grass and no yard. You know what I mean? All that stuff.
Right.
Like he really came from the bottom to the top.
Yep.
And he's like, he wanted to be the one to go and speak to people from that area because they're gonna relate to him more than like some fucking dude from the bank that comes in and goes, "All right, guys, we're gonna try to tell you how to."
Put it up top, homie.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing you want is that nigga coming to your school.
But,
hey, nigga.
but I will watch that movie every day that it's made. I will watch the fucking. Oh shit! They're gonna teach him how to dance.
Right.
Like, oh, Jamal put his hat on him backwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, Michelle
Unity.
Pfeiffer, the little skinny blonde, blue-eyed chick, goes in the hood and saves everybody's
She
lives.
doesn't take any guff.
She's a skinny little white woman, and guess what? She's not afraid to be in the hood, and she wants to teach them because she's passionate. So, okay.
She wears a leather jacket. And who was it? Didn't who's the Antonio Banderas? He did one too.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh,
where
wait.
he was the teacher.
Oh
and
my God! No, there was another one where the guy looks like it. No, who's this guy? The guy that played in the Selena movie. He played the father.
Oof.
He was the guy who was Only the Strong was the name of that movie. He was like the Spanish Latino teacher with the glasses. But see, he gets the pass because he's a Latino guy. But he still was teaching the hood.
Still teaching the hood.
I give a damn about you, oh, mijo. I care about you, eh?
Exactly.
Fuck, eh? You want to learn or no? You pendejo.
I do this because I care.
Yeah.
And who else did one? Didn't Burt Reynolds do one too?
Did Burt do well?
Where he had the high-waisted jeans on, just not giving a fuck.
God.
Because I
Teaching
think
the youth.
Antonio Banderas like taught them how to dance or some shit.
Yeah, I think
And
I
it was
remember that.
They the kids from the hood go to like the ballroom dancing fucking championships and no, you didn't win, but you see that you put in hard work and you get there and you can
must
accomplish
put it in
anything.
your pelvis and thrust. What, nigga?
Exactly.
The fuck is you talking about, Antonio?
Dude, I love those fucking just blatant movies of just like, this is the movie that we're making. Yeah, this is how people act in real life.
And that's what they said about The Blind Side, which I found to be a good movie, but when they asked the guy who was portrayed in the movie, Michael Orr, who played for the Ravens lineman, and they were asking his input about the movie and certain things.
That
and
was
they said,
the one Sandra Bullock adopts the
young
black dude to
African,
play.
the African American.
Oh, I think he's a black dude.
Dude, it's just regular black.
It's funny. It's gonna it'll come back around there with just someday African Americans gonna be too harsh.
We don't
It's
say
just
that.
gonna
We
be
don't even really like Africans. They don't like us. So we're not gonna say that anymore. Just whatever. Just brown. Stick with brown. Just make my brown brother.
But yeah, you were saying she adopts or
Yeah, so she
takes him in.
had pulled him in and taught him about football. This big 6'4" fucking young fella who they made very unknowledgeable of football. And when they were asking him about his whole take on the movie and what things he didn't like and liked, he liked a lot, but he was like, one of the things he was like, yeah, I didn't like the whole fact of them portraying me to be like a dummy to the game. He's like, I knew about football. I knew what it was. I knew about it. I just never played. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In the movie, they made him like, like he was big Lenny George, kind of like, I didn't understand, and please let this little white lady, take me in because I don't have no family, and she just feels bad and obligated, and
Yeah, there's no 6'4" black dude that comes from an impoverished area that somebody hasn't been screaming about him about sports forever. Either
coach,
man, you could be
fucking
a
gym
small
teacher,
forward or exactly. Every single gym teacher was like, I need him for my team. I need him for my team.
Hey, I got a boy. You got to key this kid. You got to get him in there. Especially in the inner city, man. It's like he doesn't need to go to another outside neighborhood to get drafted to being pro.
Yeah, right. There's no pretending
They
like,
coulda molded him.
what is football?
But that's that shit, man, where it gets exaggerated for film, It's just like, God, the man was like, no, I appreciate you making a movie off me if you made it right. But I'm not complaining.
I just write my poetry. What is this football you're talking about? I'm a gentle giant. Right, because I'm sure in the movie they did the thing where like they had to teach him how to be angry and then teach him how to hit hard. Like,
you do it, and you do it like you're because there was a moment when she was doing it like you protecting your family. We're family. Protect us. You get out there and you protect us. And he's like chop stepping, fucking throwing back like, come on. That's just ridiculous.
I have the power.
It's like this little white lady screaming at you that you got no heart, and you're like, okay, you're right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, from playing, obviously I never made it anywhere too far, but I will tell you that the biggest motivation that you can have the biggest moment of motivation that you can have for me in a football game was after you fuck up and get called for a penalty. The play after that, like I remember,
redemption.
I remember in a game I got called offsides because I fucked up on the snap. I fucked up on the count, and I went before everybody else. But I'm telling you, the play after that, like, oh my goodness, like you have everything inside you to where like that's the motivation to fucking hurt somebody after that.
There. Now you played all 4 years?
No, I played 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
Okay. You went to the States. See, I did first 2. I did freshman and sophomore. Then I left and got a job at Walgreens.
Actually, I think I think I did sophomore and junior.
Sophomore,
did.
junior?
Yeah.
See, I wanted to get a senior. Like all the guys I played with, they were always, like my good boys. So, I still go to the games and shit, check them out. But it was just like, nah, I can't no more, man. And I wasn't the greatest nigga ever anyway. So I was still working. I was a little chubby shit. I was still trying to, get my way get in the weight room, but I was lazy as shit, so that never happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smoke this weed with my weed friends.
Exactly. No, I had the mixture of like I got a job and I had started, hanging out with friends, smoking weed, doing all the stuff like that, to where it wasn't as important as it used to be.
Right, didn't give a shit. It's like, nah, it's cool. I mean, I like hitting niggas and shit, but I'm all right.
Right. Yeah, and there's always that little part where like, hey, yeah, I probably wish that I played longer, but then there's the whole like, man, when I was in fucking high school, which is 1999 whatever, or 1997 to 2001.
Okay.
Graduated in 2001, and let me tell you, the equipment that we had was the equipment that the same dudes had in 1981. The same shit that people had in 1991.
And you open up that little storage where they kept the equipment storage. Like, is there certain smell about equipment store, dog?
Listen,
get rid of that smell.
Only if you've played sports do you know what 10-year-old sweat smells like.
Right, it's a real story.
Yeah.
Like, so these are my shoulder pads now that fucking smell like 80 niggas lived in there.
They are sharp.
Yeah. Oh god,
dude. And there's nothing like trying to find a helmet that inside has all 4 pads on it, instead of like you put a helmet on and you're like, well, the helmet is actually touching my head, not any padding in between it.
And it was funny because right at that time when I was in high school from 94, 98, it was right at the time where they started switching over the helmets to the nice like the thinner bars.
Yeah.
The metal kind of thin, and they had the real dope like silhouette and the whole frame and the visual. I always was like, oh, those are so dope. And that's when were big. The bullhorns. The little fucking U bullhorn on the front of it. Like that was, so I always wanted one of those. And what the fuck did I get? I got the fucking 1980 classic with the fucking long, hard plastic shit. That fucking that shit that fucking Jack Tatum from the 1978 Steelers had. Like, god damn, this is what I get?
Yep.
And these niggas over here, the running back niggas, the coach's favorites got the better. They got first dibs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Best helmets, best. No, it's our star. Go over there until you become a starter, nigga. You ain't over here.
Right.
Like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
That was fun though, man.
Let me tell you, that's before the internet.
B.I.
No, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, man, like I said, WrestleMania, it was crazy. Fucking Shane McMahon, the son of Vince McMahon, fought The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And this shit went around the arena. It was dope. Like, they're fighting, they might have started in the ring at one point, but, fighting around. Right. Then they end up on this fucking camera operator stand, probably a good 20, 25 feet above the crowd. And The Miz hits him with a fucking suplex off it. And, dude, I'm telling you, when you have a stadium, 82,000 people are in there, and this dude suplexes him off. Now, if you don't know what suplex is, if you're watching on the thing, it would be like if I grabbed you like this and put you over my head, and then we both fall this way.
Right.
And
it's a headlock to a flip.
Bro, exactly. Yeah. It's a headlock, and I'm picking you up over my body, and then we're both falling backwards. Right. And They do this shit off a 20, 25-foot riser and fall backwards all the way off into the fucking, like, down below.
You want to talk about nigga
Because they
having
go
a-
hard for
Right.
WrestleMania.
Right.
Dude.
I would say-
this is, like you said, this is the Super Bowl and shit.
Right. You want to talk about a nigga having a trust fall?
Yeah.
God damn.
Dude, and that was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. It was insane.
Listen, man. Rest in peace to my uncle. My uncle, passed away when I was younger from falling off a 5-foot ladder in his garage.
Damn.
Landed on his head. You know what I mean? So it's like that. You don't need that much height, man, to actually really hurt yourself is what we're getting at with that. And these guys are fucking flipping and jumping over 25. So fuck anybody that said that shit not real, because that shit could get deadly in a moment,
Yeah.
man. That, you're like that little,
There's
you
a
laying
big-
wrong on your neck, man, you're done. You know?
Exactly. There's a big difference between pre-planned and real. Because I'll tell you, yes, it's pre-planned, but I'll tell you that shit really hurts.
That shit really hurts. And
That's
it's skill, man. You can't just anybody jump in that shit and do it, man. You got bigger guys that do it, but these are bigger skilled guys. You know what I mean? You're not getting that big slob guy jumping in the ring that, like Mick Foley was, he was a big fucking
He was
dude.
just a psycho.
Right, but he was like one of those like on a big, kind of out of shape but strong guys.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, and he fucking would jump off of shit and do crazy athletic shit for a big guy. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
But I wanted to tap into Hogan.
Hoagie.
He didn't get like they didn't shut the door on him completely when that shit. They just said sit in the dark for a little bit, ho.
Man, it was a long time. And
that was like what's God 6-7 years maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know how long that was. When
it was
that
a
shit came
long
out.
time where they
All
were
this
like
racial shit. Yeah.
And then I don't want to say he got I'm not gonna even say. I will say the door opened when Mean Gene passed away, unfortunately. Mean Gene passed away, and they were just like, well, who are we gonna have talk about him? They had Hulk come to the ring to talk about him, and they're not gonna shower him with booze during that. And they talk like plenty of times. He's talked to the people backstage, like even a huge black wrestler, Big E from the New Day. He had posted after WrestleMania where he was like, I'm open to people having redemption, and he's like, and I spoke to Hulk Hogan tonight, and I told him everything I needed to tell him, and I think he's trying to work to be a better person. You know what I mean? Which was cool that he's at
Can I
least,
tell you ain't shit, nigga? All right,
Right?
go ahead, proceed.
which because he said Hulk apologized to him straight up, and so like for Hulk to walk up, to a black dude and just be like, dude, I'm sorry. You
Sorry
got to give him
for-
a little bit of credit, but like.
everything that happened to you guys, all the way down to the ride, the boat. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
when would you apologize for all that shit, nigga? Just for the shit you said.
Yeah,
now
just-
you're
just for
aware.
what you did.
What you're aware of now, you get it. You get it that you might have died or whatever, nigga.
and it's one of those things with racism. Like, man, a lot of it is taught. Because like I remember kids in high school that were racist, and like, so where would you get that from? From only your parents and maybe your grandpa and your family members
Right.
of like, man, don't trust them because
You gotta watch them.
Yeah.
Look at them go.
So you're just like, what the fuck's going on with that? But like, he's one of those dudes, man. I hope he just got caught up and said shit wrong. But it's one of those
Right.
things too. Like, it's tough to forgive somebody for being racist.
Right. I mean,
Like,
shit.
it's
Mel
the same-
Gibson. I still watch his movies. He got fucked up, drunk, and I mean, but I love me. You put on Braveheart. That's one of my favorite movies, man. I
Yeah.
fucking kill that shit.
But almost like you were saying with Jesus Christ. Oh, Drake. He gets
Right.
fucked up and he comes back. Chris Brown beats the shit out of Rihanna, but he can dance his ass
Right,
off.
he comes back to come back. He's looking. I mean, speaking of Chris Brown, the last time he looked skinny as shit these days, man.
Man,
I don't know if he's not sleeping or not eating or
a couple girls that were with him had said it's the like he does drugs and doesn't eat.
Yeah, because he's looking like bad, bro.
Yeah.
I seen like. Yeah, you can still spin, nigga, but at what cost? It'd be the last spin you ever take to
What
just
good?
spin right into the ground.
Oh yeah, your ankle don't work no more, bro. Because you gotta put sustenance inside you to build muscle.
Right. Next you know, ligaments are popping on stage. He don't even know until you get off the shit. Oh, why is my arm just hanging?
Yep.
Chris, because your bones are weak now, nigga. You're killing yourself.
But let me tell you, one of the best moments ever from WrestleMania is for the WWE Championship. It was Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan, and there's never been a black champion for the WWE title. And
Really?
and people do the thing where immediately they're like, well, what about The Rock? The Rock is part black. His dad,
Right,
his
he's
dad
a
was black, but
Samoan, right,
exactly
yeah.
like when you look
He's
at The
more-
Rock,
I
you're
don't
not
see
just
black.
like, look at that black guy. No, it's like that's
What
a
is he?
so. Well,
Is he
hopefully,
Indian?
hopefully, when you never look at anyone, you go, look at that black guy. But still, that might be the name of the episode.
I do, and
Yeah.
I'm black. I'm half black. Dude, I can halfway say it, I guess.
But it's funny because that's what everybody immediately they just do the like, well, what about The Rock? And it's like, yeah, he is partially black and he
Right.
has won the championship. But
right, but there is not
Kofi
many
Kingston-
African American features on that man. That's
No,
all I'm saying.
exactly.
He's like a white guy and an Indian guy and a Samoan. Just they all made a baby.
But man, Kofi Kingston from the New Day. The New Day is Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E.
That's the Booty O's guys?
That's the Booty O's
Okay.
guys. That's they twerking in the ring and doing all sorts of awesome shit.
Quirky.
And Kofi Kingston's been there for 11 fucking years. He's been putting in work. You know what I mean? He's been a real workhorse for the company. And this is his first title shot in 11 years. And they built up the whole thing where Daniel Bryan obviously used to be a good guy. Whenever you see anybody in any crowd, baseball stadium, football stadium, anywhere going, yes, yes, that's Daniel Bryan. He made that shit up. He made it pop.
Right.
And then Daniel Bryan went away, came back as a bad guy, doing some like save the planet shit of like this championship belt is made of leather, and you know how many cows got to be killed to make
okay.
leather, and he's going into like
right,
complete
right.
heel
That's
dickhead
funny.
mode where
Yep.
like some of the stuff you say is right, but you know a lot of it is just annoying.
Right,
And,
we don't want to hear that shit.
so Kofi Kingston went through hell to get the title shot, and man, Kofi Kingston, first black champion in WWE. And I'm
Wow.
telling you, I had the privilege of there was a black family next to me to the left with like two black kids. And like one of them was a little girl, probably like 8 years old. And one, the boy was like 10. And to see them like, dude, it was, it
one
felt
of their
like,
favorites. You know, it's,
yeah.
it's relatable. Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
it felt on some like when Obama won the presidency type, like we can do it too shit.
Look, see?
And,
See?
yeah. Like I felt really happy, in general, because that's what I wanted to happen. And it was because that's always been like the backstage, kind of shoot rumor of like
Right.
Vince McMahon don't really like black. And,
Right, because it goes back. You know what was crazy? I saw what the fuck? It was a quick little documentary on Kamala.
Yeah.
Remember fucking Kamala. Oh, I don't know if y'all remember. He used to wear like the fucking witch doctor, African witch doctor makeup on his face. Big guy. He used to slap his belly all the
Yep.
time. That was his
he
little,
had like a star in the moon on his chest
yeah,
and shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
he used to slap his belly all the time. You know what I mean? But he was like really from like the deep south.
Yeah.
He was very uneducated, and his story was, man, and he got chewed up and spit out, man.
Yeah.
He was a big star at the time, man. And
he was in main events with Hogan and shit.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about, his Hogan shit.
Yep.
And he wasn't even getting a quarter of what that motherfucker.
Yeah.
was getting. They was back then. They was getting them because on the fact it wasn't also 100% because of just him being black. Maybe he had a good part, but he wasn't educated. You know what I mean? He wasn't a very educated person. So people knew they took advantage of him with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't
contracts and
right,
shit.
his money wasn't right. You know what I mean? And then it was crazy because later on the line, like right now, he's an amputee.
Yeah, lays legs, right?
Yeah. He lost his legs and shit.
Yeah, he's one of them that it's a nice thing that old school wrestlers learn about wrestling fans where they'll do a GoFundMe and most of them work, man. Like I know Scott Hall got Razor Ramon got a new hip. Jake the Snake had something replaced, and like they kind of learned that whole like even if the company necessarily didn't appreciate me, they know that the fans did eventually.
like,
Like
yo,
when you ask for something, like
they do whatever for you, man.
Yep.
That's crazy. But
Yeah,
nah,
man.
that was one of those things, man. It's like, damn, I was a Kamala. I remember this nigga, man. Big slap in his belly, shit.
That's
you
the
know?
unfortunate thing about a lot of wrestlers is only now are people learning like, hey, I can do different stuff.
Right.
It's the whole it doesn't last forever thing. But I think a lot of wrestlers back in the day, it was just,
Right.
hey man,
And-
we're running hard. This is what we do.
And it's crazy because not everybody has the even the acting chops. Like
Yeah.
Cena can do it. The Rock.
Batista,
Yeah, Batista, Stone Cold.
Yep.
Like not everybody has those acting chops. You know what I mean? It's- Some of the guys, even though they still, it's kind of like scripted acting what they're doing as far as their verbal, but it's
different
not always,
between live and
right and on
because
cameras.
live, for WWE, you do that one take shit, and then it's probably not the most beneficial to go over and like, yeah, so do it 15 times and we'll pick the best one. It's like, fuck, you're not used to that shit.
You know what's crazy though? I mean, if anything, you got to commend it more, man. That's even harder. You got to knock that shit out one shot, man. Yep. There's no there's no. I forgot my lines. I'm pretty sure guys forget their lines.
Oh, dude, Rhonda got stuck in one because she got rattled by the crowd.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Not at WrestleMania, but like a couple weeks before, but whatever. She was cutting some promo and like the crowd got to her like chanting something, and she got stuck, and you could tell she just didn't know where she was.
Oh,
it's like
wow.
if you forgot your lines on stage, it was
That's
just
that UFC shit. Brain hit.
Yeah. Oh man.
She's like, oh fuck.
Speaking of actors, Batista, he fought Triple H, and
Triple H is on the scene, huh?
Oh yeah, man. He'll do the 1 or 2 matches a year.
Gotcha.
Come out for WrestleMania.
Still in good shape though.
Dude, Triple H is in stupid shape.
Is he really? Yeah.
There was this one dude
Probably better than he was.
over behind us, black gentleman, funny as shit. He was a big Triple H fan.
Was he?
Now, I can't say the N-word, so I'll say triggers. He's going, Triple H and his bitch. What the fuck y'all triggers talking about? Like, he was geeking. Yo, he was geeking.
He was looking. If his kid was next to him, he would have definitely did a pedigree right in the fucking aisle on the nigga.
Like,
get over here. You're going in for it. Dad!
Dad! Like, I'm telling you, this dude loved Triple H. Like, it was so funny.
That's
What
funny.
the fuck y'all talking about?
This bitch. Oh, man.
Recording himself for Snapchat or whatever.
Oh,
like,
you gotta love it, man. You know, fanatic is a fanatic, man.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? Motherfuckers dive in, they get crazy.
It was good to see people like that just having fun. Like, and when I see people like that, I mean the actions of everybody. They're just people in that mode having fun, man. And
any stories, anything, or any drunk assholes getting kicked out or anything like that, or trying to fight anybody?
Dude, we didn't see anything, but I will tell you, when we walked in, there was a dude yelling with the other dude that was with him. When we walked in at 5 p.m., and this dude was wobble drunk.
Oh,
and
you're
he's
not
just
gonna
like,
make it.
Yeah, he's like, because I guess the dude was, trying to like pretend that he's like, I'm not fucking playing around. Like, yo, tighten up. Because dude was wobble drunk at 5 p.m. Like, that's too much.
Crazy, man. You talking about you 5 to 12? That's a straight. That's solid.
It's a work day, dude.
That's a work day. You 7 hours of getting it in. Like, that's you getting the most out of your money for an event like that.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like
it was.
You go to the Super Bowl, but that's gonna be 3 hours.
Yeah. we paid $180 for where we sat, and for 8 plus hours of entertainment, that shit was worth it. But
nice.
Yeah, Batista and Triple H, they had a falls count anywhere, no disqualification. Like, dude, Triple H took pliers and ripped the fucking nose ring out of Batista. Like, it was one of those, like,
busy.
He had the pliers on his fingers bent in the back
matches?
and shit. No cage matches in this one.
Those are always dope to see.
But Triple H put Batista through a table. There was some cool shit going on.
So I guess my question would be about the main event.
The main event, man, it's for the first time, women main evented WrestleMania. Oh, but real quick before that, there's a gentleman that plays guitar named Elias, and he is a wrestler, but they usually have him like in between spots. He's an entertaining guy,
They pepper him in.
And he gets interrupted, and they do this whole fucking video package. You don't know who's coming out. They did a video package on like Babe Ruth and on the greatest of all times and all this other stuff, and then John Cena comes out in the old school John Cena with the chain around the neck.
Okay.
Hat on fucking backwards, doing his word life, thug life gimmick.
Right.
John Cena gets in the ring, drops like 16 bars on this cat. And all punchlines. All punchlines.
Punches. Yo,
all
does he write his own shit?
Yeah, man.
He does, right?
That's what he said.
He got some bars.
And yo, I've never seen him flub in the ring. Like, it's always been consistent, like bars. Yo, but for John Cena to come out of nowhere was amazing too. That's quick great. Segment. They didn't have a full match.
He's not fully back in. He's
back a lot of movies.
He's Hollywood. He's Hollywood now.
A lot of movies.
Hey,
but
listen, man. It branches career. He's saving his body. Some beatdown.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That was just one of those. Those are the cool WrestleMania surprises that, like, it's not planned. Nobody.
You call that a good old fan Easter egg?
Yeah. And then just another real quick one. Kurt Angle had his last match. He retired.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Shit, I thought he did back in 2001.
I think he did for a while, and then like he kind of came back for
Came
the
back.
retirement tour. But so it was nice to just
Kurt Angle always reminded me of a guy I thought was like mentally challenged or something. He just had that look to him.
yeah. He kind of had that
Just a look to him, you know.
that Neanderthal type.
Right,
He had
yeah.
some of that DNA in him.
He had
you
a
know?
little bit of sprinkled in there, like this.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this nigga? I don't know.
But
he wrestled
yeah,
his ass
man.
off.
The main event, Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, Ric Flair's daughter. Ronda Rousey, baddest woman on the planet. Becky Lynch just caught fire this year and was just doing it.
Yeah.
Now
They was now they did a 3-way match.
3-way match
No.
started at midnight. This was the longest Mania ever. Started at midnight, and it was just serious. Like they were going for it because it's the fucking main event.
Right.
Ronda Rousey in real life broke her hand on one of the girls' faces because it came out the next day like, yeah, Ronda Rousey is not going to be at Raw today because she broke her hand during the match, punching someone.
Wow.
So some wild spots.
That's
like
crazy even to go from just like WrestleMania on Sunday. I guess you're going to Raw tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like that's big shit right there. Ain't no decompression time, you know.
No, man. But the only good thing is that it's only like 45 minutes away. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it wasn't like, yeah, I mean, we got this, then we got a 6-hour drive, then we do the,
Right. So
because
right
Raw
off the
was at the
block.
Barclays Center.
Got you,
So,
got you.
but yeah, man, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, the women went for it, man, and it was.
You said it was a good
it's a different
half-hour
era.
match. They was going at it.
Yeah,
for
yeah, good
30 minutes?
20, 25-minute match.
Wow.
And it's different, man. Like all the women are attractive, but it's not the bra and panties bullshit matches. Like these ladies are going for it, double
Like, they're
power
hot
bombs and
they
shit.
right, they're hot, but they're athletic. It's
There
like,
was this one move that obviously what an arm bar is. Ronda Rousey has Charlotte in a arm bar, but picture it where she's over the ropes of the ring. So
Okay.
Charlotte is standing up and Becky Jesus Christ. Ronda is standing up and Charlotte is standing up. Hold on, now listen. Reset. Charlotte is standing up.
Yep.
Ronda Rousey is on her arm, giving her an arm bar
Right.
over the top rope. Becky Lynch then drop kicks Ronda off of her, where she's over the rope and just whoop, boom on the outside, and she almost broke her goddamn neck. Like it was insane.
like, don't let the cell kill you, baby.
yeah. It's one of those, they know how to fall, all that
Right,
shit.
right.
Bro, I don't care how much you know how to fall. You fall on your fucking dome piece.
Right.
Jerome's knees. That's all you need to know, all right?
It's lights out, nigga. There's no way to come back sometimes from a broke vertebrae.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was a winner take all match. So Becky Lynch
They had a
ended
pin.
up
They had a
Becky Lynch pinned Ronda Rousey, man.
wow.
And it was Ronda Rousey's first loss. And
and Becky was on the Becky.
Becky
She's on
Becky
the
two
rise.
belts, homie.
Shout out to Becky. She running things.
Yeah,
I don't know if
man.
I've seen her before.
She's
That's
she's
not Snoop's cousin.
no, that's Sasha Banks.
Okay.
Becky Lynch, she's Irish. She's red hair, all that. She's cool with Conor
Is
McGregor.
she like a slim kind of like high flyer?
Yeah.
She's like one of those. Okay.
She's
Because
trying to get,
Ronda Rousey's more that brute.
Yeah, brawler.
Yeah.
she's trying to get Becky Lynch. She's trying to get Conor McGregor to come through because
Oh,
even
okay.
Conor McGregor congratulated her on Twitter and all that stuff. And they're both Irish. And,
Right. Yeah, Conor will make it. He talks good shit to be a wrestler, so he'd be good.
I think he'd be good for to
have a
dab
buddy.
in and out.
Yeah,
Same
give
thing
him
with like how they're talking about Gronk.
Right.
Gronk isn't going to be a full-time, but pepper in.
Sprinkle him in, right.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson got sprinkled in once in a while. Like, damn, Mike's here. Evander Holyfield? Shit, nigga.
And then real quick, then me and my boy went to WrestleMania Raw the next day. And the Raw after Mania is always crazy because it's like pretty much the start of the new year.
Right.
The new season for all that.
Yep.
A bunch of crazy shit happened. The only thing I want to talk about is then now this one, Elias, the dude that plays the guitar, because he always wants to sing his songs to the crowd. He's pissed that John Cena was rapping about him, so he's like, I'm gonna do a rap back. Blah blah blah, whatever. Does a couple things. You heard what I said, fam. Next man that steps up to me is gonna be a dead man. Boom. Undertaker comes out. I don't give a shit how you feel about wrestling. When you hear that gong and the lights go out and the purple,
Yeah, ambiance.
yeah.
That ambient. Yeah, that fucking, damn, I thought he was still in the game. He hasn't really been there? Wow.
He's same shit, man. He'll do like one a year.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, but Undertaker's that's legend, man.
Yeah. Undertaker, he's 54, 55.
Yeah, I would say back to when I was a young teenager when he was
Yeah.
on and popping. You know what I mean? Like, damn, Undertaker, you didn't put in work, nigga.
Dude, Undertaker comes out, awesome entrance, fucking tombstones him, game over, just walks out. It's like, yo, that was worth it alone, man. But that was
Right.
also the first time I've been in the Barclays Center. You ever been there?
Yes, I went to the Barclays Center. It's dope there, man. I went for Jimmy V Classic.
Okay.
College basketball joint.
Nice.
You could watch. I think it was like 2 or 3 games you watch.
Yeah, Barclays was really
Nah,
dope.
but it was great. What I liked about it was like there wasn't a bad seat in the house. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
that big in there. It felt like even the nosebleeds in the Barclays are good seats. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was like, oh, this is dope, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
I've been to the Garden, so
We were in one of the upper sections, and like it was one of those too where like you could watch in the ring or on the screen, whichever you choose. Because sometimes in some venues, if you're way up there, you're just watching the screen. Like there's no point to look at the ring. But yeah, even
You're in the atmosphere,
in the
but you're
Barclays,
looking
we were looking right
That's
at the
dope.
ring. It was nice, man.
damn, you niggas is wrestled up.
Yeah, that's why I said
That was
like
the plan always. You had both tickets originally going into it.
the Raw tickets I had to maybe flip if somebody wanted to buy them. But I did the thing where like, yo, I'll buy them. I put them up on StubHub. If somebody buys them, cool. If not, I'm happy to go, you know?
Right,
But
got you.
yeah, man, it was a good
Oof.
time.
Now you came home and then went there, back to the Barclays, or you stayed?
Oh
out
yeah,
there? Like,
no, I just came home
came
because
home and
it's
then- and then went
it's
back
only
to-
an hour and a half drive for
to
both
Brooklyn.
of them.
Yeah. Because it was like you could have like, let's get a telly close by, but you know,
Right.
yeah, save the money.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
It was a
nigga.
good time, man.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
So I apologize for our listeners if you are wrestled out, but if so, I offer you to suck my dick gently,
That's right.
not in a hard way.
Hey, we
but, you know.
sprinkled some Chris Brown in there for you niggas.
Exactly. We talked about battle rap too.
Talk about rap, nigga. We sprinkled a little bit of love, you know, because
Hell yeah.
you little niggas are always gonna be little big niggas in the eyes of the world. So you know, because always at the end of the day, my
It's the
niggas.
beginning of the night.
And I'm Young Pastry. YUNG past rye.
Lil Mattress, LILMATT.
You niggas get the respect, man. Love each other and don't let a nigga slam you through the world. I don't know what that means.
That's the name of the episode.
Bars.
Peace.